This video is to show you a few more things that you can do while working with typography and designing with text that will be helpful for your projects. So before you watch my video, hopefully you watched the one created by Boxy about kind of an intro to typography and type design in the program. It shows some stuff that you might not really use, but a lot of it that you can kind of mess around with. And I think he does a good job going over that pretty quickly. And so I wanted to show you just a few other things. So I'm going to grab a new text here and just create hello. I want to find a font that is a little bit bolder. So maybe I'll grab that Alpha Slab 1. I think that's what I used in my demo before I started recording. I'm going to hold Shift and drag that box bigger. You can also do that here so you can see what we're doing. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert these letters to shapes. And so to do that, you have to kind of be ready. So like you want to make sure your spelling's right. You make sure you have the word you want because you can't go back and type in it once we do this. So I'm going to have this selected with my regular kind of just the blue nodes showing. I'm going to go to shape and I'm going to do shape to path. And so what I've done now is I've changed each of these letters. If I triple click, you can see all the nodes into actual shapes. So I can go in here and alter the shapes and start kind of messing with them. And so that's really cool because that lets you do some really custom work. So if you have you want to start with a font that kind of looks how you want it, but you want to go in there and customize it, that's a way you could do that. Or if you want to make things look like they're dripping or anything like that, once it becomes a shape, now it's going to work just like anything else. We can go and get our cubic Bezier. We can double click on there, add nodes, make it start looking like it's going somewhere, right? So now that it's a shape, we can do whatever. But you'll notice it's still kind of grouped together as one word or one group of shapes. But if you go to arrangement, it's not saying I can ungroup it. And so the way that I found to work around that is a little strange. But if we go back to shape panel over here, I've got this selected and I'm going to hit split there. Now you'll notice when I did that, the counters disappeared, but we can kind of fix that because they're still there. So I'm going to get this. The counter is the hole in the letter. So like the E has a counter, the O has a counter, B's and D's, those are that kind of that open area in the letter. And so I'm going to make sure that this is in the back. I'm just going to go here, lower to back. So I went object, lower to back, or you can go to your arrangement panel. And then I'm going to hold Shift and select my counter as well. I don't know if that works, so I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to select my counter, hold Shift, select my letter. So I've got them both selected, and then I'm going to subtract. And then it doesn't work because I'm filming. But then if I go over here and do it again, so lower to back, let's try it again. I got my little counter, got my shape, subtract, nope, didn't work. Let's try it again. You know, it's just like whenever I'm filming, it doesn't want to make it work. I've practiced this like 3 times. Okay. Got that. I've got that. Subtract. No. What if I go here and then there? Subtract. See, now it worked. Maybe it has to do with what order you click the shapes in. I don't know. So I've got the E. I'm going to hold Shift and click that counter when it comes up. Subtract. Now it worked. Go figure. But I don't know why it does that. I'm sure there's some reason, but hopefully that helps with that. So now I have these as individual letters, and or each letter is its own shape, and they're not grouped anymore. So now I can like play with them. I could rotate them. So this all of a sudden like really opens up your possibilities. I do want to group these two because they go together. Because like watch right now, I can like do that. So that's going to be annoying. So I'm going to hold Shift, get both of those and group them. And so this really lets you have a lot of possibilities. It's a little kind of complicated compared to how we would do it in Illustrator. Oh, look, I could like overlap them, get this funky like constructivist thing going, right? And so that way you don't have to totally freehand your letters, and you can edit them once you've typed them. But again, I can't go back in here and change that like letter necessarily. I would have to go through the whole process again. So that hopefully will help you with your work, and have fun creating with type.